Okay. Hi everyone. So today I'm going to start reading the book that you see on your screen, and it's called Lady Lollipop. And it's written by Dick King Smith. And so with this unit about Lady Lollipop, you'll notice that the title says lady, and you'll also notice the illustration has not only a pig, and it seems like someone who's royal or of a royal family because the little girl is wearing a crown. So in this unit, we're going to be reading about fairy tales and what makes a good fairy tale, the different parts that we need. And so as I read this book, you're going to see different aspects of a fairy tale. And I'm also going to upload lessons reading other fairy tales so you can compare. Mrs. Miller and I will also be putting questions up on our Seesaw account for you to respond to so I can tell that you're paying attention. So I put the book up here with my voice as well so that you could read along with me and we can read this together. So we're going to read Lady Lollipop. Okay. There are 12 chapters. Okay. Chapter 1. Was there ever such a spoiled child? That's the title. What do you think spoiled means? I want you to think about that for a second. If you're spoiled, I can tell it looks like the child in that picture is having a tantrum. So spoiled might mean you get more than enough that you need, and because you get whatever you want, you might act a certain way. So you might act not very kindly, I'll say that. All right, Chapter 1. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a little princess. She was 7 years old, soon to be 8, just like you all. Some of you are already 8, with short brown hair and large brown eyes, and she was a very spoiled child. Her mother, Queen Ethelwye, spoke to her quite a bit, but her father, King Theophilus, spoiled her rotten, so he gave her whatever she wanted. I'm trying to figure out how to move on a video screen. I can't see those words. It's okay. So all the courtiers at the royal palace, and all the servants too, from the Lord High Chamberlain to the smallest scullery boy, agreed among themselves that little Princess Penelope was a right pain in the neck. As her 8th birthday approached, the king and queen were discussing what they should buy their beloved only child as a present. "What about a pony, Eth?" said the king. "I don't think she likes horses very much, Theo," the queen replied. "How about a puppy?" "She's never been too keen on dogs," said the king. Being too keen means she doesn't like dogs very much, or she doesn't prefer a dog. "Well, a kitten then? Or cat?" said the king. "Well, let's ask her what she would like," said the queen. "But then it won't be a surprise. Still, I expect you're right. Let's have her in and see what she says." So they sent a servant to summon the princess, and waited and waited. And look at this princess right here, how she is strutting back in. She definitely looks spoiled. "She can have absolutely anything she likes, of course," said the king. "Well, I don't know," began the queen. "Absolutely anything." There, move it, said the king. Shortly the servant returned with a message from Princess Penelope that she would come when she was ready and not before. Oh, she is stubborn. King Theophilus laughed. "She's got a will of her own, has our Penelope," he said. "You can say that again," said the queen. Just then the door burst open, and in came the little princess with a face like thunder. Ooh. That painted a picture in my head, a face like thunder. When I think of thunder, I think of loud, banging sounds. So a face like thunder. Thunder is pretty abrupt or surprising, and loud and a little scary. I can imagine her face is pretty terrifying. "What do you want?" she said. "You interrupted a game I was playing." "Now, now," said the queen, "and steady on." "Old girl," said the king, "we want to ask you something. What would you like for a present on your 8th birthday? A pony?" "Don't like horses," said the princess. "A puppy then?" asked the queen. "Don't like dogs." "Or a kitten?" "Or cats." Ooh, she is evil. "Well, you tell us, darling," said King Theophilus. "What would you like?" "A pig," said the princess. "What?" "I want a pig for a pet." "A pig, Penelope," cried the queen. "But a pig is a dirty animal." "It is not," said the princess. "A pig," said the king, "is an ugly beast." "It is not," shouted the princess. "A pig," said the king and queen with one voice, "is a stupid creature." That's not very nice. "It is not," yelled the princess at the top of her voice. "I want a pig! I want a pig! I want a pig!" Look at that. Oh, she's stomping. So loudly did she yell that everyone in the royal palace heard her, from the Lord High Chamberlain to the smallest scullery boy, and everyone thought, was there ever such a spoiled child? Queen Ethelwald looked at her husband. "She can have absolutely anything." "That's what you said, Theo," she remarked. King Theophilus sighed. "All right then, my sweet," he said. "Daddy will buy you a pig." So I want you to take a minute and think. So we said the title of the chapter had to do with someone being spoiled. And we just saw a tantrum that Princess Penelope threw when she was asked what she wanted for her 8th birthday. So I want you to think of some examples. How do you know she's spoiled? How do you know? You can give examples from the illustrations or from the words. How is she spoiled? Tell me how you know. Let me figure out how to shut off the recording.